Hello, my gentle listener, I invite you now to settle into stillness, to close your eyes, and feel the soft hush of night surrounding you like a blanket. Let your breath ease, in and out, slowly, gently, as though the air itself were singing you a lullaby. There is nowhere else you need to be. No thoughts to chase, just the sound of your breath and my voice. Soft, slow, like a feather drifting downward through moonlight. You are safe here, warm, held. And as you begin to drift, I will take you to a time long ago, a time of stone roads and quiet villages, of mossy woods, and songs carried on the wind. Our story tonight begins just after a spring rain. On the edge of a forest path where the leaves still glisten with silver droplets, the road curves gently, lined with wild chamomile and tiny white daisies. The clouds have parted, and now golden light filters through, touching the earth like a blessing. A soft breeze carries the smell of loam, old bark, and distant firewood smoke. And if you listen closely, beneath the chirp of finches and the distant call of a cuckoo bird, you may hear footsteps, steady and slow. A traveler walks there, wrapped in a weathered cloak the color of twilight. Across his back, bound in faded leather, rests a lute its strings, humming faintly with each stride. And upon his shoulder perches a small, clever magpie, her feathers glossy black and white, with an iridescent shimmer like blue ink in the sun. Her name is Mira, and is Talan, Talan of the wandering voice. He has no home but the road, no companion but the bird at his side, and no treasures but the songs he gathers like wild herbs, one by one, from village to village. He doesn't speak often, but when he does, his voice is low and soft and calm, like ripples spreading across still water. The villagers know him by the way the wind changes when he nears, and by the lull in the air, as if the earth itself listens. Talon's boots are scuffed but strong, sealed with beeswax to keep the damp away, a trick taught to him long ago by an old tanner who traded repairs for a love song sung at sunset. His cloak is patched in many places, each patch a memory. This red square from a baker's daughter in the hills, that blue corner from a merchant boy near the coast. Mira, his loyal magpie, has been with him since she was barely more than a ball of fluff. He found her under a hawthorn bush one midsummer morning, chirping weakly, feathers damp from dew. He carried her in his palm for 3 days, feeding her honeyed crumbs and lullabies. And from that day forward, she never left him. She remembers every tune, even the ones Tolan forgets. She hums them while he sleeps, whistles the opening notes of lullabies, trills the refrains of wandering ballads. Sometimes, she mimics the laughter of innkeepers or the ring of blacksmith hammers, weaving sound into memory. She is not just a companion, she is a living archive of song. And the old folks in the villages whisper that magpies, clever as they are, carry more than memories. That in the time of castles and cauldrons, people believed birds like Myra could ferry messages to the spirit world, that they might return with answers, carried in their flight. But Myra brings only music, and a quiet kind of magic. This evening, Talon and Myra arrive in a small place called Stillwater, a sleepy village, nestled beside a reed-fringed lake, where dragonflies hum and the smell of warm barley bread drifts between cobbled lanes. The houses are low and crooked, their shutters faded by rain and time. Children pause in their play to wave at Tolan, who smiles gently and bows his head. Mothers gather herbs near the well and nod in welcome. A single dog watches them pass, tail thumping the earth like a slow drum. Tolan steps into the village in the yawning foxware firelight. Flickers against clay walls, and the air smells of broth, thyme, and a hint of wood smoke. He is greeted not with coins, but with kindness. A bowl of soup, a soft stool by the hearth. No one asks what he will sing, they simply wait. As the night settles in and the moon climbs over the thatched roofs, Tolan tunes his lute by the crackle of fire. Each note is drawn out slowly, deliberately, as if waking a sleeping memory. And then, he plays. His fingers drift over the strings like wind, through wheat fields, soft, and sure, and slow. He begins with a lullaby from the northern isles, a song so old it is said the sea itself remembers its melody. Sleep now, my willow child, wrapped in the hush of hill and pine. Let stars guide your dreaming step, where silver clouds and soft winds shine. His voice is velvet warm, hushed, with a weight like worn parchment and a breeze through hollow stone. Mira hums beside him, matching the tune in quiet harmony, and all around, the tavern grows still. Children lean against their parents, lids drooping. The baker's apprentice rests her head against a wooden post, and even the fire in the hearth slows, its pops and crackles falling into rhythm with the song. When the lullaby fades, Talon closes his eyes, and then, he begins to speak. A tale, woven with words like moss on stone, begins to spill gently from his lips. They say that long ago, in a manor, on a cliff above a lake, there lived a noblewoman who taught crows to carry her messages. Her love had gone to war, and she refused to let the world forget him. Each day, she tied ribboned notes to their legs, hoping the wind would carry her longing. When no letters returned, she cast a bell of bronze into the lake below, believing its chime would ring through the waters, calling her beloved home. Even now, they say, On certain fog-drenched mornings, you can hear the bell echoing from beneath the waves. Talon's voice fades like the last glow of coals, and for a moment, there is only silence, soft, sacred, full of dreams.